As I said, that I will continue. Okay, in my hand here, I've got something very important. I'll tell you what it is. But I just wanted to clear one thing. Brokers, not all of them are scammers. Not all brokers are out of hand. Not all brokers are going to do what I'm saying they'll do or they are doing. Not all brokers are scammers. Meaning that not all brokers, if you've seen my first video, not all brokers are what? Are big books. Not all brokers are big books. And I'll tell you what you must look out for. And it does not mean that when they are part of this list, still they are fine. No. So, number one, FCA. Number two, FSCA. Number three, SISEC. Number four, CFTC. 9FA. Financial Conduct Authority. So all these are regulation boards for Forex. These are the major ones. If your broker is not under the Financial Conduct Authority, then you must know that there is something that is not right. If your broker is not under FSCA, or what is now called FSCA and used to be called FSB, you must know that, which is the Financial Sector Conduct Authority, you must know that something is wrong. SISEC, many brokers fall under this one because apparently it's very easier, or the laws are a bit simpler to open a broker in this region, which is Cyprus, SISEC. And then CFTC, NFA. If you can check, in America, USA, there are not so many brokers. There are not over 10 brokers in USA. Why? Because of the regulation there is very strict. There are two regulatory bodies. Usually in every country there is one. For example, this is for England, Financial Conduct Authority. This is for South Africa, the FSCA. This is for Cyprus, SISEC. This is for America, CFTC, which is the and the NFA, which is the National Futures Association. And then this is the Commission of Futures and Trading Commission. So these are all very, very important bodies that your broker needs to be registered with, at least one of them. There's more. There's MFSA, there's ASIC, which is the Australian one, there's the New Zealand one, there's the Abu Dhabi one, which is the UAE one. There are so many bodies that regulate Forex brokers. You must make sure that your Forex broker falls under one of these institutions. Okay. Why is that so? It's because if you have money that you do not want to lose just like that, or unless you're in the donation kind of a business, which is a philanthropic business where you want to give away money, or maybe that one is better. But if you have money, $100, $1,000, $10,000 that you want to invest and hope to make something out of that, then you must make sure that you are following with the right brokers. That is number one. Why should Forex brokers be regulated? It is because these bodies, they will help you, the client of the broker. They act as an ombudsman. They act as the guy, the go-to guy if there's problems with the broker. Then you can say, hey, FSCA, I've got a problem with your local broker. Hey, FCA, I've got a problem with your broker. SISEC, I've got a problem. Then they will go to the broker and talk. That's number one. Number two, all the brokers that are falling under these institutions, they are all going to be regulated financially or audited. So each and every broker that falls under this institution will always send out financial statements to show the broker that there are clients coming in, profits, losses, and also they show the segregated accounts. They show that there's another account that is there. So there are many, many, many reasons why brokers must be registered for you to trust them. That is number two. Now, the most important one we talk about, I said I've got a couple of papers here, is the brokers that are scamming people. You'll be so shocked, even though when they're regulated, so many of them, they are here scamming people. Here is a couple of pages. These are court papers. National Futures Association. So these are court papers that were served to one of the big brokers. Now this is a broker in USA, Forex.com. You will see that there's a complaint there. So basically what is happening, there are allegations to this broker, and this broker was found guilty. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. What do? They do what is called a leverage manipulation. They do what is called leverage manipulation, number one. Number two, they use what is called the VDP. I said I'll tell you more about the VDP. This is the virtual dealer plugin. So what happens? Let me tell you more what happens behind the scenes. So you are a trader, you are funding your account. Okay, you choose the leverage 1 to 500, which is one of the most recommended leverages that I want to recommend, 1 to 500. There are so many different types of leverages, and a lot of people send me messages, Doctor, which leverage should you choose? 1 to 500 is fine. There's 1 to 100, there's 1 to 200, there's 1 to 500, there's 1 to 1000. So basically, in a nutshell, leverage is just says, how much money do you need in order to trade a certain quantity? So for example, with 1 to 500 leverage, with 1 to 100 leverage, you will need about $1,000 to open one lot size. With 1 to 500 leverage, you will need about $216 to open one lot size. So, and then meaning that the higher the leverage, you need lower capital to open a higher lot size. So, so leverage can make you or break you. Now, what happens is that, so you choose 1 to 500 with the brokers that scam people. You choose a leverage of 1 to 500. You fund your account with $200 or $216. You open one lot. After you open one lot, everything is fine. That is why sometimes you ask yourself, why when you are in a loss, your loss looks like it's so big, but when you are in profit, it's so small. You know, you can be in a loss of $50, but when you're in profit, you're in $3, $4 with the same move. You're like, what is happening? That is because of some brokers, they tamper with the margin requirements, with the leverage. So you think that your leverage is 1 to 500, you are fine, only to find that they drop the leverage. You don't know. It's happening behind the scenes. So this broker was found guilty of that. And there are many counts that they were found guilty of. This is a big broker, by the way. Very well-known broker. If you want these papers, you can access the court papers. You just say on Google, NFA virtual dealer plugin court papers, then you start to see more. Hey, these brokers are really hurting a lot of people's bottom line, a lot of people's profit. But with the brokers on our side, with the ombudsman or with the regulators on our side, then we can always, put them to task. But then again, they always find ways to conceal their moves using technology, such as this dealer desk that was found, the virtual dealer plugin. So this virtual dealer plugin, it's always used by brokers. 80% of the brokers, they are using it to manipulate. So I'm busy right now. I'm going to program an indicator that will show you if there is any type of tampering with the margin, number one. So meaning that the indicator will tell you, or the EA, the expert advisor, it will tell you if the broker is tampering with the leverage. It will also tell you if the broker is tampering with the spread. It will also tell you if the broker is tampering with the price. Because do you know that sometimes you can click buy with this software that they install? It takes you up to 5 seconds to get the right price. The time you go in, I go out as a professional. So that's it for today. We have exposed brokers. There are so many more methods that they are using. I was just opening your eyes. Open your eyes, learn more, read more, and know what brokers are really doing. Because of, as I said, 90-90-90 rule. The 90% of traders lose 90% of their capital in 90 days. And that is all just not with a strategy, just because of the broker, what they are doing. Thank you guys. Always leave comments if you like. More content is coming. Power.